I'm Abby. This is my presentation on how music and the internet affect the brain. First of all, music affects our mood by enhancing the blood flow to parts of the brain that control your emotions, such as the limbic system. The brain will release dopamine, which causes you to feel happy while listening to it. Actually, once you become familiar with a song, the brain will release dopamine after hearing just the first few notes. In fact, people who have suffered from brain injuries and lost their ability to recognize melodies were still able to know the mood of the song. However, these patients' frontal lobes, which help regulate emotions, were not damaged. With all the many parts of the brain being triggered while listening to music, the brain will make connections. This makes it so you can sing a song word for word that you haven't heard in a year. As I said before, music has been used to help people with brain injuries, but can also affect your health. Music can help you do cardio workouts longer, relax your arteries, and even help your heart rate and blood pressure go back to the normal rate. Music has even helped heart attack survivors recover from anxiety. People who have had a stroke might have trouble speaking, and music can help by having the survivors sing simple syllables to familiar songs. Music is such a pain relief that women will listen to music while in labor. Music has helped people with Parkinson's disease and premature birth.
Say it.
What kind of music would you say you mostly listen to?
My favorite kind of music is classic rock. So from like the 50s to the 80s. And the bands I like the most are the Eagles, and I like Billy Joel a lot, and Queen, and Tom Petty, and all those sorts of people. And also a little bit of Taylor Swift. And other modern bands like, I like AJR a lot, and Bare Naked Ladies, yeah.
What kind of emotion would you say these genres of music convey?
I think it depends a lot on the artist, and yeah, it's like the Bare Naked Ladies. They make a lot of songs that are very positive, right? So like they have songs called "Looking Up" and "Odds Are," which are very positive songs trying to make you feel good, very optimistic. And then there are people like Billy Joel, who are very, very introspective kinds of songs, right? About what you're feeling at the moment inside. So there's like sad songs that he sings a lot, and he has some happier songs and songs about obsession and stuff like that. And it really just depends. And then, there's your classic like love songs like Queen. They do a lot of love songs. What's it called?
Loverboy or whatever.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Don't Stop Me Now, and all sorts of stuff.
Would you say you feel these emotions while listening to the music?
Yes, I would say so, for sure. I don't know how.
Audrey French, a journalist, was on her break for Christmas and watched some YouTube videos, a few of them being on domestic and emotional abuse. The next day, she met with her friends, one that was kind and calm. However, she got worried that she was going to say something that would offend them. This was because she watched the YouTube documentaries for entertainment and her imagination was gripped by them. Her brain made her think that her friend would be angry because the people in the documentary had reacted in those ways. It has been proven that people who have watched as little as 15 minutes of bad news showed an increase in anxiety and depression, and vice versa. In fact, when 13 Reasons first came out, suicide ratings went up. In an experiment, researchers put low-income preschoolers into an experimental group and a control group. The experimental group was encouraged to watch Sesame Street once a month. The parents of the kids reported that 93% of them were watching Sesame Street more frequently than in the beginning. Their IQ was also increased. What type of shows do you mostly watch?
I like sitcoms and mockumentaries. So like shows like Community is really good, and The Office, and my very favorite is Parks and Rec.
What kind of emotion would you say these shows convey?
I would say that shows like Community and The Office are very cynical and satirical, right? So, I feel like The Office is about pushing through the kind of bleak, depressing workspace, and same kind of goes for shows like Community, whereas they're in a community college and it's not looking good for everybody. Everyone has a kind of bleak future, but they have fun with it and push through it, and they're happy together. And shows like Parks and Rec are very much more optimistic. So The characters are constantly moving forward in life and having fun, and it's a lot less. It's much more happier.
Would you say you feel these emotions while watching the shows?
No, I feel nothing.
Would you say you feel this emotion while watching the show?
Yeah, when I'm watching shows like Parks and Rec, I feel very happy and optimistic. And when I'm watching shows like The Office or Community, it makes me feel very cynical about the world.
Well, thank you for your time, Will.
No problem.